You see the flash come on through. Shifty throws a couple of shots with the LC-10, but gonna go ahead and back on up, says, I do not like this. And look who's coming in from behind. It's Blast, but Diaz makes the read. So with that happening, Diaz, Shifty, they realize this is going to be basically a series of 2v2s. Gabe, he's going to fire on back. He's the rookie of the year for a reason. Shifty trying to stay alive. Skullface swings for the cleanup. Can he manage to find one on more? Armor cracked on the Shifty. Slides on forward. And Clamp, he tries to play spoiler. He's come on through. Hasn't been able to do it. Gold Clamp activates for a huge two-piece. The cleanup crew of Control is here, and their name is Movistar Koi.
We did wonder whether or not these gentlemen could be the X Factor here at Control. They'd struggled so long in the online stages to contest this relatively effectively, but now finding plenty of footing. I will say, however, 9Z continuing to look at this, sorry, VKA continuing to push towards this and decide to just try and find Biffle actually out in the war. I don't know if I like that play necessarily from Vidati, but it leaves your teammates a little bit high and dry. Never mind, they fully abandoned this and decided to play back over towards bottom. Not sure if they recognized that Movistar Koi was still in the area. Anyway, look over towards something else for a second. We've got Prison. This will be CT Gaming up against Rock Esports. Last time Rock well and truly won this battle. Seems like they're in a little bit of a blender right now as Wars is found by Resolve yet again, and they won't be alone. They have 9Z Global for company.
At least if you are getting thrown in the blender a little bit, at least Vision has 4, so it hasn't been completely terrible. Patsuka gonna go ahead, fly on out, find Elo Lamp. Gamax looking to get a little bit active here at the Industries. They're not going to be the only ones, though, because look who's here. They've moved out of bio.
Slammed.
J-Tech is out by Patsuka. That's a little crazy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Guy got caught running down the stairs. I don't even say that slam.
I mean, Patsuka feeling himself over here. J-Tech definitely the kind of player who can win that fight. I'm not letting him away with that one. We take a back look at Prison. It's Warden. Gonna continue to go on. Actually, get a moment to flick on over to Shifty, who's just about avoiding a thermo. Gonna get involved in a bit of a fight. Needs support. Will have it, of course, from Biffle. And Adato's just sniping over the top. He has 3 from this position. You can see why so many teams fight for this top tower. Going to allow you to third party anything that happens. And Soka, he's had to squeeze up as the zone starts to compress him. He's lost his 2 teammates though, so you have to stay alive for a moment and slip away into the night. Of course, known as the closer, but one of many things that he understands more than anyone is how this game is and the composure that's required at important moments.
Yeah, and I'm just watching some of this kill feed. We can see Vale and Goodbye 60 Hertz. They're getting active in that kill feed while Uatu just continuing to sit up top here in this lighthouse. We know that the players who hang out here, I know you've all experienced it in your own pubs. You can be absolutely annoying. And well, you're one of the best players in the world who's made it to the Esports World Cup. It just becomes even more annoying to boot. Sniper in hand, going to just be raining down hellfire from above. Let's see if anybody's going to be able to get him on out there. For the Falcons and 100 Thieves, though, looks like we've sort of moved this battle away from the tents on over to living quarters as 100T. You had 2 alive. Skullface come on in with that resurgence counter. But already we're starting to see the Falcons start to surround 100 Thieves here. Soka's going to be opening up this fight. Nate goes across. Trophy system will block it. And you're just trying to figure out how do we want to try and take this fight against 100 Thieves.
You'd do very well to get a third back in if you are the Thieves, but yes, you mentioned it, you are surrounded. So for them, they've got to pick a side, punch out together. You don't want to be split trying to fight the Falcons. They will punish you well and truly for that. Look at the feed very quickly. Twisted Minds continue to haunt Leviathan, but up high as well. Got to remind you, if you are both these teams and you have that sniper from the tower on Overwatch, you step out for a little too long and you will find that 50 cal well and truly hunting you down.
Yeah, we've seen that time and time again where you're just trying to take a fight against a team that's directly in front of you, and out of nowhere you're taking damage from the other side.
Hopefully Mike's okay.
He's been able to find himself on that other side. And for Soka and Shifty, they're just kind of playing a little bit of a high-low on this angle. For 100 Thieves, though, they understand, hey, guess what? We don't have to move when the zone closes. We can kind of take our time. Only 2 teams have been eliminated for the time being. You still have plenty of opportunity to get your points on the board if you need. Shifty takes some great shots across the way, but he's going to go ahead and back on up. Let's take a look down at Factory, though, Enigma.
I'm going to turn some mic a little bit.
Between Twisted Minds and Leviathan. Allman, he's going to be able to find Decky, and that's just going to leave 1 player left here from Leviathan. It's going to be Lays. He did it earlier. Can he find another 1v2? Great shots onto Aiden. He's able to find him. Can you back on up? Can you go ahead? Can you reset this fight? No plates in hand. You're just trying to catch a little bit of a timing here. But see Smith, he smells blood in the water. He is trying to surge on forward. He wants to be able to bring it down Leviathan, get his squad back on in. And you've at least bought enough time for now. You find Lays jumping on down. And that is enough to clean them on up. Took just a little bit too long, though, as 1 more member from Leviathan will come on in thanks to Resurgence.
Yeah, Twisted Minds have done well to answer back after the struggles of map 1 and essentially repay the favor. They have not allowed Leviathan an opportunity to breathe there. Lays does well to stay alive as long as he does, but you're not getting away from Smith. ready for long. Alato continues to find yet more impact with the sniper up high, spots the Falcons down low, but will take a second to reassess his position as he's on his own and may well be under threat soon. Let's take a quick look in with the FaZe clan up against Rock Esports. This battle for Prison continues on, and there will be a crack come through. JTech getting on the hunt against Vision. Vision fucks himself off. Prodigy, though, going to be there for the trade. Actually gets the kill as well, and then provides Overwatch. Can you lift your teammate? Well, I think you're hoping if your wars to try and offset these two players stepping over. Well, no, Prodigy. Do you have the timing? The answer is no, but you have a gunny, and Flashbang catches you flush. Will find yourself knocked if you're clumsy. Wars here on the trade out. Wars can't fall, though. His two teammates currently needing rezzing.
I mean, this is basically like a 1v1 a little bit. You got that one last member of FaZe Clan above. Wars will drop on down. Go ahead, get the stick at least on Division. I think Flank doesn't want to get a little bit too active just yet. Wants to play his life, make sure his teammates get back on in. On the other side, though, for 9C, they're going to go ahead. Activate, you're gonna find Shifty. That's a huge pickup to be able to have on this side of the map because, well, Enigma, with that kill, they kind of have control of this headquarters side. Nobody's really at Prison. You have the Twisted Minds down at Factory. It looks like Falcons behind you, so they have a lot of ground, and, well, they're gonna have one side of this zone. So let's go ahead, though. Let's go and check on in with ROC and see how the comms are feeling.
Maybe one of these cells.
Yeah, maybe one of the cells above you.
Yeah, like that cell like right above.
Yeah.
What's the next one? Top 5?
I don't know. Yeah, probably. Just let everybody fight.
While we're going on chat, I'm gonna be right back.
We have a PA if we need to.
I don't think there's really anything.
Just give me like a few minutes and then I will be back.
Vision last alive. You can hear some of the comms from the team that won map number 1. Just trying to figure out what is the strategy. I think at this point, if you can't manage to get the squad back on in, you just have to play your life if you are Vision. That's not going to be the case for Movistar Koi down at the bottom. They want to get active. As we can see, they go ahead. They find Diaz Bitbull. That's Falcons out in 9th.
That is indeed them out very, very early. Just struggling to find ingress from Stronghold. They found themselves back down by 9Z at points as well. So a couple of these squads reminding the Falcons that that gap has closed from 2024 to 25. Get a quick look at Z-Smith and Almond trying to squeeze up. They find Vision, Rocky's balls fall, and Almond's going to return some fire as well onto FaZe. Flying, clumsy, tucked inside. Smith's going around the corner, flying. And wipes FaZe off the damn map. Beautiful work, but 9Z are here to fight this as well. They're just above, considering dropping in. I love the decision for Twisted Minds here. No one's going to expect this. They back off, find a different route, and maybe play up for the rooftop to then sit over everyone's they scramble below.
Yeah, I think you need to go for the wide wrap here if you are Twisted Minds, maybe down into control. We can see goodbye 60 Hertz. It's going to be the first one to drive down into this tunnel. Unfortunately, though, CT Gaming, they are just on the other side of this. They are going to try and build a wall. Make sure that you can try and hold it on in. You see the trades come on through. Resolve. He's going to try and go ahead and clean it on up, and he's going to be able to. So good trades there, but you lose some players in the process. And for 9C, they had the high ground. They had the opportunity, but it looks like Movistar Koi, they are going to cut you down on the rotation. We lost Twisted Minds in the process. Blink of an eye, Enigma. We are down to the final 2.
Yeah, it's going to be a 3v3 then between not 9Z, sorry. It's going to be a 3v3 between Movistar and, of course, VKA, the team that shouldn't be here. One's high, one's low, and they're in big trouble.
2v2, let's go ahead. You're pushing on forward. Vidani down below. He's trying to do his best to get the shots on in, but the rest of your teammates is just getting cleaned on up. Kazu, he's good for 1. He turns on the net odds, but look who's there. It's Vidani, and it's Volcom. He's the last alive. The res, it's coming on out, but can you manage to bring them on down? You can't find them. Finally, Kazu gets caught on down. Vidani is the last 1v1. Volcom can't do it. VKA, they shouldn't have been here. It's a last-second invite, and, well, they prove everybody wrong that says, listen, we may not have qualified, but we deserve a spot in this lobby.
Yeah, showing that they belong here in map 2. Seen plenty of kills in the feed from them as well. Of course, we'll get all those numbers tallied up and let you know where they stand. They do so well to flip the script on that end fight. For me, that belonged to Movistar Koi. They had the high ground, they had the circle positioning, and also they got the initial knock, but you get that flip come through. I think there's a little bit of a disconnect about whether they want to push or whether they want to stay. VKA don't care. They find the bloods, they find the trades, and turn it into that 2v1 in the end. Fly out of different angles and just about do enough to win the fight. And again, that's a huge mental moment for them, because no doubt they came into this tournament knowing that they didn't qualify, but now showing not just to the world, but to themselves they can mix with the very best.
Alright, chat, I'm back.
to end game number 2. It's only a 0.2 difference on the multiplier between first and that second through fifth, right? So
Alright, I didn't even know my camera's messed up like that. I appreciate everyone that's in the live right now.
They had a great game number 1. That's a great game number 2 for them. It's group stages, folks. Like, these players are just taking it game
grouped or
by
something?
game. Let's do a little bit of a run back though on those final moments, because man, for Movistar Koi, it was like
That
you
must be
mentioned, it was
grouped
really
or something.
their map to lose, but man, they are able to farm, but it's just not enough for that one last player of BKA. We'll be right back after this break for game number 3.
Hey, if y'all in the chat right now, let me know who you got winning this day 1. Who do you think's gonna get the most wins on this day 1?
This land is calling.
Oh, apparently I can't even change this camera because it's like way off from the overlay. For some reason I can't even change it. What do we have? What ROC or something like that? One first map. No, I didn't know first map. A little bit late, but I'd say like second or third map.
Crac à droite, push. Dead, prends le pull. Encore. Wadi. Encore. Le dernier au top. Life ping jaune. Ok.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the chat.
Il push. Avec moi. Il est ici. Let's go! Bien joué les frères. Come on! Bien joué les gars. Bien joué.
After some dirty little cheaters were identified, VKA got an invite into this tournament, and they just
Dirty little
took
cheaters.
victory. I'm Chris Puckett. I do what I want sometimes, and I just went rogue. Sorry about that, production.
hilarious.
We talk about VKA though because they're playing under auto aim assist, right? These are mouse and keyboard players who have been on controller for 7 months,
Right.
And they just took out the reigning champs, teams like Twisted Minds, FaZe Clan. They just won the whole game.
Dude,
Where are they at in the rankings now?
The thing about it is, it's not just the input that they're playing on, it's also just the fact that they're playing good heads-up Warzone right now. How they identified how those last couple of circles were being and how they rotated around it very strategically, taking fights,
Don't leave
not
it.
just diving in.
Right.
Beautiful stuff from the new guys.
Well, you know, the thing is, new guys, right? They came in with zero expectations on their shoulders. And for some, that's helpful. You have no pressure.
Right.
You go into it, you go full speed ahead. For VK, they had nothing to lose, everything to gain, and they made the most of it.
Dream, what impressed you in game 2?
I mean, well, for one, a lot of players came to life, like Z-Spit being one of them, Twisted Minds getting out of a lot of these engagements, but it really was movie star Koi, right? We were looking at this zone pool, like, this is going to be a 100 Thieves win, but guess what? They got knocked out. Clamp. He went off disrupting.
Oh, I
them,
didn't
and then
even
he
pull
also
that
disrupted
up.
the Falcons.
Without a doubt, and Falcons was a big one, taking them down.
Sorry, I'm trying to figure out Streamlabs.
That big battle for control going against,
This is the first time I'm
EWC.
using it.
Shifty, of course, we had his Soka still anchoring over in Stronghold, so Falcons weren't eliminated at that point, but also taking on 100 Thieves. Control is one of the most contested points typically in public lobbies. It's naturally going to be the most contested point when it comes to our private lobbies. Only the big dogs go there. So for Movie Star Koi to say, I'm going there and I'm going to lock it in, is massive as far as I'm concerned. But for them to get second place and now to elevate themselves up the leaderboards in a way that they do, they're here for a reason and they're making the most of it.
Absolutely, and I got to give a big shout out to Movie Star Koi. As you mentioned, the Mexicans won the top spot from Latin America North. They popped off, not only going the distance there to the top 2, they almost won the game and dropped some serious numbers in game 2.
Yeah, they almost found a 1v2 to win the game on top of that, and that was gunfight after gunfight after gunfight, like you guys had mentioned. It came versus some of the top dogs at the end point in the lobby. You're dealing with 100 Thieves and Falcons, you're through both of them, you're like, this is now our lobby to win, and then you realize there's still one more fight you have to take afterwards. They weren't able to fully reset, and that's just the nature of Warzone, especially, again, considering how VKA set themselves up on the backside of the slow.
Should be a plugin or something. I can see like literally the whole chat on everything.
But still, first place is first place.
Now, I saw some early interactions between Movie Star and Aiden's crew, Twisted Minds. Are they landing at the same place? Is Twisted Minds getting targeted? Because if you're looking at the leaderboard, TM's near the bottom after 2 drops, and we're only doing 3 between these 2 groups.
I will say that a lot of that is because of Lays, right? We're looking at that Leviathan squad, and of course, Lays, Decky, Stukex. They had a little bit of a kerfuffle, though, this last game, too, where we did see Twisted Minds in the top 4, at least. Of course, Lays wondering what the heck happened, right? Because he was staying alive for so long.
Without a doubt, and he was the staple. He was the glue, if you will, for the Leviathan roster over against Twisted Minds. He's tearing it up.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at our numbers as our admins have officially inputted the scores. I hold shift. Walk us through after 2 games of action. Who's on top?
Well, not that.
That's not the one. No. Do the other scoreboard, the one that's loading.
Everyone's tied. Nothing matters. It's just
Fresh
you
start for
are.
everybody, baby.
I do believe that FaZe Clan is jumping up. They
I heard
had
that.
a
Yeah.
monsterful
Consistent.
performance. If you're looking in the kill feed,
Right.
if you're looking for someone who's been consistent, has there been anyone who is kind of controlling their zone and not letting anyone in?
Hoping our boys come out with a one, like
game, and they are staying away from 2 of our top dogs at the
top
drop
position
point,
today.
and
I
then
forgot what the
dominating
team
north
was.
to the
I
south
know
side, depending how the circle goes.
Altic
And
team
they're
I'm
playing
talking
it to a
about.
really fundamental level, knowing when
Forgot who's on the
they're
team, but hopefully they come out with
chasing down kills
some
and
wins
eliminating
today.
quickly to where they're not dealing with a full 3-man reset. They're maybe dealing with 1 or 2 players out of the sky, and they're keep playing 3v2s the whole time.
I have to say that this FaZe squad is something special. Clumsy being one of their players that I personally had played with in a tournament. He's a god. He's a Rebirth player. This is his game mode. But for JTech and Flanked, right, they did play with DJ Moss in, big map.
Right.
So making a player switch, that was my biggest thing going into it. Like, will that affect anything? And they're consistent, right? Possibly being in first, but we know that they've been in the top 5 the last 2 games.
Our numbers are still unofficial. Chat, let us know who you think is in front, because I think it's FaZe.
I think so.
And I got to give a shout out to 9Z,
Yes.
because
I don't know. I joined late, so I have no idea who's in first. I didn't even get to watch that match, really.
They stayed in it deep. They finished in the top 5 teams. This was a squad that was the top.
I'm gonna grab
team
some
for
real
Latin
quick. Give me
America
1
South.
second.
No one's watched their gameplay. No expectations. What have you seen from them so far?
I mean, that full Argentinian squad has been doing good, and that one interaction with that first place squad of VKA, right? We saw 60 Hertz. I mean, he went in bottom prison. They traded, right? He almost won that. So you have to think for that squad, could have made, hey, David could have won that. Just from that one engagement.
Let's go back to the start of the show, though, because, Taylor, you were kind of noticing some people with hot hands that were not feeling any jet lag as we roll the highlights. Who were some of the top performers?
Without a doubt, Skullface was great. He's always going to perform well when he is needed most. And in these final moments, honestly, I believe from game number 1, it was Fnatic who ended up stealing the show. Fnatic was looking so hot and powerful off the rip, tearing up everybody. They had an early lead, and they ended up making a bit of a mistake.
Yeah, TikTok chat open. What's going on, guys?
Is the number 1 team coming into the tournament was Team Falcons. It was great to see them in 2nd place because, in my opinion, that silences the doubters. Yeah, they're not in first.
Venom, what's up?
Are still cruising, and I think at the moment they really are cruising. But wait until
Hope everyone's excited for EWC. We're finally here for Warzone, baby.
Falcons are one of the most consistent teams game to game, drop to drop. Are they prone to having maybe a less than stellar performance?
Recon, Scavin, what's going on, man?
I still think we're all sitting there like, why did they not drop 35 points? Like, what's wrong with Falcons?
Hey, man, whatever platform you're on, let me know. If you're on Twitch, you're on YouTube, you're on X, if you're on TikTok, live on it, on pretty much all of them.
Losing your squad, it made 0 sense to me. You had such a great game 1.
Gravity's strong sometimes.
Gravity's strong, but the thing is like, what I wanted to
Cam, what's going on, man? My name's Cameron as well.
After game 1, I believe they were in first, or excuse me, 2nd place, if I'm not mistaken, despite making that massive mistake, which shows to me if they can clean those little mistakes up, maybe nerves. It was game 1 after all, right? So they're getting their feet underneath them. If they can start to clean up those little mistakes.
This is kind of like a test stream because it's first time streaming on Streamlabs, so y'all have to bear with me. If something's going on or something's like acting up, I apologize. Hopefully y'all can hear the audio pretty well and hear me pretty well.
He took out Shifty, so that actually left the Falcons in a 1v2. Had that not happened, I feel like it could have been a Falcons win for game 1.
Goat Clamp. Are we calling him Clamp or Goat?
Goat.
The Goat.
That's my goat.
He's one of both. I love what we're seeing so far. This is the final drop, though, for teams like Twisted Minds. I was asking Tommy.
Hey, man, if y'all checking out the stream, I really appreciate you guys. I'd really appreciate it as well if y'all hit that sub button, hit that follow button as well. We're trying to hit 50 followers on Twitch, trying to hit 100 subs on YouTube.
Maybe we got to push for a 30-point game. You're looking for that multiplier. Just remind everybody, if they're just tuning in, how do I get some bonus points out of this?
Yeah, there's a level of where you finish, and obviously the multiplier comes into play.
I'll probably have to look up some YouTube videos on the Streamlabs to get better, better view on like how all this works and everything. If I can set up, like, I'm on multi-stream right now, so I'm trying to set up chat on everything so I can see you guys on TikTok.
There's a look at the players. We're moments away from headsets going on. Map 3.
Nah, get out of here with that.
Coming up, it's EWC 2025.
All right, fantastic work from the desk, giving us a little bit of a break here because we're going to need it for an electric map.
Alright, I think we're about to get into the next map here.
Versus Group B. Reminder, folks, this is going to be our last game of this group, but not our last game of the day. We still got 6 more games to play after this, baby. We got Group A versus C. You'll get Goj and Ton in here on the desk. And then, well, a good friend Annie and I will wrap up the day here with our Group B versus Group C. So for a lot of these teams, this won't be their last opportunity to earn their points here today. If you are in Group B, if you're a group like 100 Thieves, like we saw on our screen, you will still have an opportunity to rise that leaderboard because we are just looking for our top 7 teams after our first 2 days to try and make it to our day of finals. Otherwise, you're going to be battling for your life there in the elimination bracket. Let's get on in to map number 3, Enigma, because if I'm thinking about anything, I'm thinking about still this contest at control.
Absolutely. Well, one of the things I will say, we get an extremely southern pulling circle here. But I think the Santalan bio still, but we get a lot of teams actually play off towards boat. Twisted Mind immediately hunt Leviathan down, where they had given up Factory for a second and decided they were going to land on this outside boat, maybe play up towards it once they had their loadout. Not given that opportunity, as Ullman seals the deal, and one of the players
I appreciate all the follows on X, everyone.
statements that we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. Map 1 did not go the way of the North Americans. Map 2 most certainly did. And Map 3, well, you just obliterated your opposition.
So just a couple of friendly bullets between friends. Oh, that's really good. It's all
I believe it's all set up on.
5 years though. They are looking to try and get back on into the mix. It hasn't looked very good for them for Big Man. Well, he wants to gain control of this tower and his teammate Sight down below here at Grandma's alongside Anxiety.
We got right here City. That's what his name is.
Worse, arguably map number 2. Yep. Already showing some signs of life here in map 3.
Yep, and let's hope we continue to
See Aiden in the kill feed.
We move over to this
Got 100 Thieves right now. Skullface, Blast, Gabe, Bacon.
Rolling in. There's a couple of VK, well, at least one VK player lurking around, just trying to sniff out a couple of kills. That might be Kadzu in the back corner. Gabe's going to slide out, spot absolutely nothing. For the Thieves players, it's about making sure you don't get isolated. You don't want to overstray and end up being found.
You switch over to Optic. I want to see who's on that team. I know who's on the team. I just don't remember the names.
You're going to have Vidati up close and personal.
Oh, no.
3v3.
You've left the roof open though, and Volcom is going to hit that Ascender on the outside. Make sure you can hold that high ground. Try and stay on there for FaZe Clan. Over towards Chemical Engineering though. It looks like Fnatic. They
got Fnatic on.
Take some of this aggression, bring it their way, and they're going to contain a lot of this area of the map. It'll only be for basically this first zone, as we are just absolutely pulling all the way to the southwest side. That is there. So you get a nice little shot onto.
Oh, that's how you spell. Especially I spelled it wrong.
Well, for Twisted Minds, it looks like they are just going to continue to have the aggression. And Aiden, it's a little bit of a hesitated shimmy. He catches a Decky onto the outside. Lays taking on in.
Brian, what's going on, man?
He's actually taken down by Diaz. Biffle, just like that. Leviathan wiped off the map. And map number 3, they're our first team eliminated.
Yeah, huge map 1 from them, showing early signs of fire, but no such thing in maps 2 and 3. Made to suffer well and truly. Please put out their misery quickly here in map 3. They will fall as our first squad, and well, the Falcons will continue to go on the hunt. That duo, arguably the best to ever play the game.
FaZe claim at first.
They do have a member of FaZe in there as
I
well.
don't see Optic at all.
Fnatic, who continue to punch their way southern down through the map. You will have presence here from this Puerto Rican squad, just looking to buy their time.
Honestly, don't know who's the best team right now. Monte, what's up? I don't know who's the best team in this lobby right now. It looks like FaZe is the best team right now.
Really good idea right now for Fnatic. This team playing underneath Vitality last year, they loved this POI. This was their drop spot, so they know how to play out of here very well. The only problem is you're going to get moved out of here for sure with this next zone. And for Gamax, they do not want to let you take some of this size as you slide on forward. And
Elolam is just
that might be really bad as well, because actually
showing them who's better.
By Chem, which is where your one remaining player is if you're Fnatic, so you're going to have to buy some time. Circle's going to continue to pull you in, so worrying moment for the team that looks so good through the early stage of this. And actually, no, you get the kill if you're Zach. Wow. Into JTech. FaZe in a mad scramble on the opposite side of the map. We go back to control as 3 teams fight it over.
Yeah, I mean, this is just getting absolutely mixy. Falcons, they're going to go ahead. They want to try.
Oh my God, good kill, good shots.
Diaz, Biffle catches Gabe Kuhn trying to go up for the roof. Blast has to go ahead. Tail between his legs, duck back on down, but it is not going to be a clean exit for him. He's got to stay alive. It's by the last skin of his teeth. Blast goes down, but he gets another teammate back on in. Falcons.
Yeah, that's like meta right now, I guess.
And this is just Shifty and Biffle up here, ladies and gentlemen. Soka's still down in Stronghold, rent-free. He just has the entire POI for himself.
Yeah, incredibly important that he stays there as well, because that zone may well pull in that direction towards the end. So just looking to hold and swat away any interested parties. And you could do that when Biffle and Shifty
Biffle.
teams apart like this. Oh no. Incredible work at control. They're trying to find Gabe Kuhn out of the sky. Skullfist going to land on the opposite side, be found by Shifty. Biffle also looking to chase this down. If Gabe is found here, I mean,
Biffle's a really good player.
Alive for now, but it's a blender that you've got to find a way out of from some
Still got a lot of teams left.
He's cracking, he's looking high, and by the skin of his teeth, Gabe will live for a moment.
Well, we start quiet. They're starting to get in on this fight. They hear these shots going on out. They know what's going on through. However, Volkov has been found on the outside by Shifty. It's just going to be one last player from that team that is just trying to stay alive for the moment. Looks like 100 Thieves. You at least got 2 players back on in. Gabe was able to play his life. on the little bit of a scuffle with Diaz Biffle, as we have lost a lot of players, it feels like. However, it's only been 2 teams taken off the map here, ladies and gentlemen. Circle 2 looking to come to a close. Already pulling down towards this sort of tense living quarters side. It looks like that's where our zone is going to go ahead and
Oh no, we got blast. It went down.
Just setting himself up here to try and fight this. Gotta bear in mind the gold clamps on the rooftop. You want to clear that. Shifty goes high. Shifty
Oh,
makes the
good
kill because, of
shots.
course, he
Shifty.
does. 2 players off the thieves down below. Shifty just going to hold the top here. Biffle's going to try and provide backup from a distance. Volcom's coming in from the sky. Skullface found yet again in the cleanup. Right now, Volcom as well, trying to research here. Now, honestly,
Well, is that 2 down for them now?
You do not want to be in a blender against the Falcons of all people, as Biffle finds his 7th kill, sorry, of the day. You do get shot actually by a member of the VKA team that are playing off towards Bo. Just a reminder that they are going to be there. This zone looks like it's going to squeeze everybody off towards that living quarters side, or maybe even stronghold
Got
soon.
Aiden on team TM.
Suffering in the feed. Twisted Minds though, they did make
I'm still trying to figure out like who's on all these teams. I haven't watched the Warzone in so long.
push into living quarters. They will have company in phase very soon. I'm just trying to assess how they will approach that.
I love where Twisted Minds has moved here. It's up towards living quarters. They know that they've cleared out this entire, basically, south side of the map. They're just going to have the ability to hang on here. They're back at their POI, back at factory. So you win the factory drop, you get a little aggressive. We watch Leviathan get taken on out. You surge on up, you find a couple more in chem, and you come back on down and nobody's home. So you say, hey, great, this is our POI. We know exactly how we want to play it. We're going to stay here until we are forced to move. For Rock Esports, Prison, it's where they were able to play out of here in game number 1. They'll be forced to move out of here, though, and maybe a couple, 2 or 3 circles. But for the time being, it looks like we've kind of just come on down. Map started to feel maybe a little bit more slower as sort of the different teams are starting to grab their POIs.
Quick check of the leaderboard, ladies and gentlemen. We get live here in the back.
Still got 11 teams left.
Most kills out of everybody with 41, and showing exactly why they have so much control of Prison, battering everyone.
Aizen LR.
That being said, I believe
Got one guy under him.
leaderboard changes, and that was not true. So we will just go back to what we were talking about before. Aizen gonna eye one up. Can you catch Resolve? Shot just over the top. You will be backing Resolve down, who want that loadout up above. Circle will start to squeeze him in eventually anyway. So
Jay Reapers, what's going on, man?
it's between the legs on the second, and the dive comes through. Frustrating for Aizen here. He is the anchor, of course. I'm not expecting many kills, but just 2 on the board. You're hoping to pick up a 3rd as you hold. And we move over then to the living quarters area, and it's going to be all fist fights for phase. They back off here.
Yeah, I don't know anybody that's on that phase squad.
I think call it a draw and reassess your situation for the next fight, lads.
Yeah, you got Almond. He's on the back, still on that roof towards factory side. You lose Aiden in that fight, but it's A-okay. I think Smitty realizes he's going to have an opportunity to still try and play alive here. J-Tech, there are some shots down on range. You have to be careful, though, because you don't want to push forward too hard. As well, you are going to have members of EWC Esports just up ahead of you at headquarters. If they decide to look on down, they could maybe try and clean up some of these kills. Skullface still alive. So he's just trying to stay here and down towards that side. Well, his 2 teammates, this battle at control is still going on between 100 Thieves and the Falcons. Maybe a little bit of revenge finally. Shifty.
No, they got 100 Thieves down, dude. No, he's shooting his body as well. Skullface, last guy alive.
Friendly love bullets going out for some of our teams.
Yeah, that guy doesn't do quiet. As King Matty is found in the feed. Back on over then to Factory. This battle between Twisted Minds and Leviathan rages on. Twisted Minds coming out on top again here. Map 3 has been theirs to lock down this south side. And now it's all about where they try and progress into. They tried living quarters previously. We came up against FaZe. We're told to back down and reset the situation. So now it's assessing how they head upland from here.
Yandel, what's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's in the live. Whatever platform you're watching this from, I appreciate you guys checking out the live. Pressure, what's going on?
He's gonna be able to meet back on up with Vision. You have the cash if you need to hit that buy station, get Prodigy back on through. I guess the question is, where can you go that there's a buy station, right? I'm trying to think about on the minimap, where could you go? And you got one maybe potentially down by Grandma's if you want to have happen, but you got to be able to make some ways on through. EVOS, they've been able to grab the roof, though. Trying to get some shots on in, and for Clumsy and J-Tech, it's just a little bit of a stabilization here on the outside of zone.
Yeah, important knock, actually, for Zakar. Just giving Fnatic an opportunity to breathe, because FaZe Clan are considering rolling up towards them. Circle's going to press, Clumsy's going to assess, and nothing too much to worry about. But FaZe, we've had a fantastic tournament.
Yeah, I didn't go to the store or something to get a vape. I can, like, taste the coil on my vape.
Row back where? Row back where?
Yellow, ready?
Yellow, yeah, yellow.
120, 120. Through it, skin. On there, through it. Look at this, left skin, why you dead? Go there, Clumsy. 2 on you, Jay.
Yeah.
No team on guns.
Okay, bro.
Swing right, Clumsy.
Well, on my body.
Tell me, one he dead.
I'm more. You're
No,
gonna die.
inside the hut.
I'm crossing over.
He crossed the tent, I got PA'd on my body.
You can buy back too. You can buy back late.
You can't, you don't have a back.
What's going on, everyone?
You guys are solo.
Okay.
What's going on, pressure?
You can't.
There's a kid on the gun as well. You have top 5 already, okay? You can play kills if you want.
Alright.
Your right should be cleared. You killed the last guy right.
FaZe, it's been a little bit of a mixy map for them. Clumsy last alive. A little bit of a deja vu from our earlier maps. So he's just trying to make it, but I love the calls that we hear. You can do a late buy if you need to. He has a lot of space if he wants to try and make that happen, because the rest of the fights are pretty much going on up here at prison. You can see Twisted Minds finally able to get into our top 5 for a game. It took them 2 squads to get here, but hey, we love seeing them on in. Now, can they close it out? That is the real question. Aiden currently sitting on 6.
Twisted, EVOS, and Rock are all going to be all 3s here, so 9 players in this vicinity. Rob's actually found himself a little bit of an outside angle, finds the crack over towards the control center. Not sure if he knows that the 3 players stood directly beneath him, and kills in the feed as the Falcons cut off Showstopper trying to rotate over. So if you're EVOS, you're in a bad position here, but not much better for Twisted Minds.
I'm probably gonna leave here in a bit to go give me a vape because I need one. Yeah, what's going on? I appreciate you joining the live. I'm gonna keep the live going on, but I guess we'll find out in a minute.
They know it's 1 player alive only, and they are flying their way on forward. It's just going to be Wars who gets knocked to the gas. Falcons, they had a great game 1, they had a better game 2, and they end our first 3-game series here with a win and an even better game 3. Absolutely.
They got to be up top position right now, right? Falcons had some good matches. Said he had some good matches first, second, and then they just won their 3rd match. So like, got to be in top position or close to FaZe up there. What's going on, everybody? I hope everyone's having a great day. I appreciate everyone joining the live.
Well, I think they realize 100 Thieves and all of their quals basically won every game that they got the zone pull. They understand 100 T's not moving because of where the zone is pulled.
Understand on TikTok the camera's like way off from the overlay, so I have to fix that later on. I'll fix that after the stream.
Versus B, because we have a whole brand new group getting ready to come on in Enigma. We're going to go ahead and get that B group out of here, get C group on in, and it's just going to be a whole brand new set of 3 games. So if you are one of these teams in Group A, you're not finished. You got to play 3 more games, and I kind of wonder for a team like the Falcons, seems like it took them 3 games, they're heating on up. If you're Group C coming on in cold, are you going to be able to suppress the Falcons, who are just shooting unbelievably right now?
Yeah, that's going to be a very tough conversation for any team right now, but we take a quick look over to the squads that are going to be in Group C. Of course, joining you soon, Lynch, and that's Virtus Pro, Team Vision, AG Global.
I don't know how many matches they're gonna have today. Shorty Clements, what's going on?
Back to the Falcons, because of course none of these teams are looking to fight for Stronghold. XO may be considering it, but when I last talked to them, they were actually looking to bounce out instead. But of course, all of that, ladies and gentlemen, will be coming later, because for now, what we're actually going to do is...
I don't know how to fix the background audio from a microphone, since definitely says that there's some background noise.
That we would have a conversation first and foremost. You know, the reigning champs. How you feeling, big guy?
Feeling good, you know, just knocking the rust
Maybe it's in the
off,
filters. Hold on.
Game 1, impressive. Game 2, you said that you struggled a little bit, or just it didn't go the way that you were hoping. What happened?
We're trying new stuff. You know, it's only groups day 1, so we're trying new shit, and it didn't work. So we went back to the old strats. So yeah.
You're kind of like gaining a bit of a momentum now. Obviously, we're having a bit of a switch around here. We've got some teams coming in. We've got VP coming in. We've got Vision coming in. Some teams that are pretty impressive.
There we go. Now we fixed that.
Have you got
fixed
different
that.
strats, or are you just playing your own game?
playing my own game.
I just had to add two
Fine,
filters
so,
to it, so
yeah.
should be no background noise now.
Bummed out. What's going on, Soko? Talk to me.
No, I just want finals. You know, I didn't take any caffeine today. You know, so kind of chill.
But it's group stage. You know, this is the time to just ensure that you qualify, and the finals you can really turn it up again. But, mate, game 3, you've absolutely handed it to them. So get a bit of pep in your step. Come on, bro.
I will. I got you, Barney. Thank you, bro.
Okay, thanks very much, Soko. Back to you guys. We are going to go into a quick break. We'll be back very shortly with our next round of matches.
Oh, day 1 at esports Warzone. We only got like 3 matches left. Is that what I'm seeing? Oh no, we got a lot more matches. We got 6 matches left. Map 4 is about to come.
Millions search with AI. See what it says about your brand and why. With AI optimization by SEMrush Enterprise. Track AI visibility in depth and find ways to improve. Be the brand AI search recommends.
That off my screen. Just kind of like a test stream midday, then I think tomorrow I won't be live, but I'll be live, but it'll be late. Might not even be on because I gotta work tomorrow. But if I do go live, I'll definitely let you guys know. I'll put out a tweet. Rewards for I might have them on for my stream. I am not too sure.
Gents, do you know where Stoker is? We're running a little bit late.
I mean, he should be here. Pro stars in the documentary. It's Mr. Hollywood.
What's up, boys? Still the same guy, you know? What's going on? Am I late? I'm ordered right. I'm ordered right. I'm ordered right.
Okay. I'm looking left. I'm looking left.
Yeah, I'm
outside
left.
prison. Crack. I'm a PA left. I'm PA left. I PA left.
Left. Knocked one.
I PA'd it. They gotta play inside or the wall.
Yeah.
I'm not on the right. On the wall. Holy shit.
I took wall control.
On the right. Look at the right, kids.
One shot.
Knocked two. That's cementing them.
I'm playing up. Keep looking, green. Last one.
He's down.
Holy shit, you guys.
He's
He's in headquarters right here.
I'm running at him. Can I get a kill, please? Can I kill him? Please, 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 please. Please, 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 please.
Why does she want kills? Yo, chill. Good shit.
Dang, they died to the storm. That's
Oh, Falcons winning at EWC. I've seen that before, but are they officially on top of the leaderboard? We'll check in on that in a moment. First, though, let's break down game number 3. I have I Hold Shift, Dream Crazy, and of course, the man in the mirror reflections. I want to start with you, though, Dream. We are watching Leviathan, right? The Europeans taking on Twisted Minds or Falcons early around. How'd it go this time?
I'm always rooting for that team, especially because you guys know I love Decky, but it was a little bit unfortunate that they got pushed by both Twisted Minds.
there's a difference seeing.
Yeah, basically they got the double sandwich, but I tell you
Oh,
what,
what's his name?
look a good game one, a little bit of
Doing a Warzone live, like.
fighting a top team like Twisted Minds, and then Shifty. He's the one that played. Spoiler alert, because the Falcons, they came to life.
I
Shifty
can't
and
believe I
both
forgot his name.
both frying. It's unfortunate.
What's going on, everybody? MJ, what's up?
Official numbers, but I feel like it's either Shifty or Biffle at the top.
Has to be.
Aiden,
has to.
Z Smith,
Yeah.
Allman.
Yeah.
Where did they finish? Because they had a terrible drop 1 and 2.
That is correct, but they were getting challenged ferociously, and that's going to happen over at Factory. Factory is highly contested, much like Control is, and for Aiden, he's used to that because this has been his landing spot even for previous rosters going back to the previous year of EWC. But that's how Factory is going to end up enrolling. Now for them, though, one of the biggest things that ended up
We also got the new season coming out. We got a lot of stuff going on tomorrow. Okay, we got the new season for Call of Duty. We also got Battlefield 6 beta dropping tomorrow. Or early access for everyone.
Shift, were you surprised to see Rock back in our final 5? They were going up against the Falcons in that last fight.
Dude, Rock and FaZe are playing consistent.
I don't know what I want to do. I want to try out the new season for Call of Duty, but I also want to play Battlefield 6. So.
They're finding good kills, they're clearing space, and then they've got the freedom of either the top or the bottom side of the map.
And we also got Warzone tomorrow as well.
Teams like Falcons and Twisted Minds early, but we heard it from
Melvin Patterson, what's up?
Back to normal. They're not trying weird stuff, and right now it does feel like our top 2 teams are taking out the belt and getting a little BTA action in the last 2 drops.
Well, I did ask you all to follow 3 teams coming in here. It was ROC, Twisted Minds, and Falcons. Let's start with our reigning champs from 2024, Hisoka, Shifty, and Biffle. Did they get off to the hot start we were expecting?
Absolutely did. As far as I'm concerned, Falcons are back on top.
Zachary 90, what's going on, man?
The fact that Hisoka says we're just knocking off the rust and they're still performing as well as they did
and these
throughout
kids
the series-ish. No, dude, they're the best, man. One of the things about them is they have full faith in Hisoka to be that anchor and be that IGL. So it allows Biffle and Shifty just to go and slay out. The fact that they're putting pressure on Control in the zones in this first series and then in Control, that's the reason why they were so successful.
One of the things that I nitpicked about the Falcons.
Aiden, what's going on, man? I appreciate everyone joining the live.
Scream or something. Shifty, you hear Soka saying, come, we gotta rotate. Shifty wasn't listening, and there was a little bit of an awkward situation, so I was like, hey, make sure you listen to your IGL. Shifty, he does what he does best. Sometimes instincts take over, but yeah, that was my one nitpick thing. You gotta listen to Mr. Closer. He'll bring you to late game, and hey, flying, everything was just connecting perfectly.
And the thing is, they almost won 2 out of the 3 games.
Correct.
Here.
Thank you. I was about to say, the other thing that this is reminiscent of, watching game 1, watching game 3 in particular, is Falcons take away pivot points on the map like no other team does. Like, talking about the success of ROC, other squads like FaZe, where it's like, yeah, they're doing great, like clearing the North Coast or clearing the South Coast. Eventually, you got to get to the middle of the map. And when Falcons are taking over Control and finding top prison Control late in the game, it makes it so hard for teams to rotate against them, and it ends up putting them in the mix of having to fight multiple teams at once, where Falcons just got their feet kicked up, rocking teams from up high.
Hisoka is a great player.
Yep.
But I wonder, could Puckett spawn in and just hide in a corner?
That's what the name is,
let
Puckett.
Shifty and Biffle do what they do,
I think
and
it's
just bring
Puckett.
them back in over time. As much as we love the Falcons, we got to talk about their opposition here in Group A, because they go by the name of Twisted Minds. Aiden and Z Smith bringing in Allman. We knew his slaying power was going to take this team to the next level. They were off to a very quiet start in drop 1 and 2.
Dandro called it out best. These guys, they will typically have a slow start, sometimes a couple of throwaway games, that if you will, but still, they will come alive. And in this game 3, of course, Z Smith, Aiden, Allman, all doing just that, maybe just being just enough as we tally up the scoreline. But for these guys, and with Allman into the mix, I just really love to see them progress as a team, because Allman as the IGL, I mean, he's so dang good, even being compared to Hisoka as S-tier player ranking, if you guys saw the player ranks last night on the Pulse Check.
Well, I think for me, Leviathan, they weren't expecting to have that much of a fight. I mean, Lays was tearing it up, and at one point almost opened it up with a triple. But for Twisted Minds, again, having to traverse across from factory through prison, ultimately over towards the control area of the map, it's not easy. But, I mean, Shift, as far as I'm concerned, Twisted Minds did a wonderful job facing through adversity. And this is a team that has a high skill ceiling that could very well go all the way.
I think the thing that's really refreshing about this team, looking through not how they started, but more so how they finished, is they know maybe better than anyone else when they have an advantage in gunfights that could lead to third-party situations, especially when you saw them that last map, rotating through bottom portions of prison, difficult because you just never know who's around you, but they're getting good information and they're finishing teams very quickly.
Now, there's a lot of talk in Call of Duty, and who's ever played the game knows this. But who's speaking the loudest in-game? Alan, I know you watch the greatest players in Call of Duty across all platforms. Who shoots more bodies, Celium, Z-Smith, or Shifty?
Celium.
Shifty right now?
Yeah, probably right now. I mean, it's tough. He's going to be top of the kill leader.
I have no idea.
With Biffle, so they have more
This is the first time watching Shifty, so.
Talk with the magazine, my friend.
All I know is Celium shoots bodies constantly.
As much as we love our North American squads, Rock came out firing. We know Wars, the OG.
Going on, everyone?
Able to lead his team, but who is going to be able to top frag for the squad? I was very impressed by Visions and Prodigy. What did you see Dream Crazy throughout their 3 games?
I mean, obviously their game 1 is impressive, but you always saw them in the final moments. But it was their really impressive plays, and Slay's Vision being one of them. I mean, I called them out at the top of show being Europe's finest, best.
Yeah, that's crazy shots.
Proving that. A lot of long-range shots, a lot of engagements. Of course, we saw them.
Alamingo, what's going on, man?
Yeah, I think the other thing, and just kind of looking into the early numbers, this is currently.
Hey, if y'all just joining the chat, I appreciate y'all checking out the stream. If y'all haven't followed, I appreciate y'all hit that follow button. Gonna be live for a while for the EWC Warzone. I also stream Call of Duty and stuff like that, but I'm probably gonna be playing the new update tomorrow. Also probably gonna be playing Battlefield 6 tomorrow as well, the beta. So if y'all want to check, y'all see that tomorrow, hit that follow button.
They're talking good. Here's Wars with Miles Ross.
Wars from ROC, mate, map 1, an absolute delight.
We were cooking. I mean, yeah, like I said, we always usually, you know, for the qualifiers and stuff, even World Series and stuff, we usually start a bit slow and stuff and sort of heat up towards the end. This time we've had a good start. Now it's just maintaining it, really.
We could see you in the player cam afterwards have to compose yourself. You had to dial it all back, like, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
So, how did you do that? Is this something you've been thinking about practicing coming into this?
Not really. It's just about just chilling and just enjoying the moment. Just, you know what I mean? You know, don't take it too serious. And obviously, you know, there's a lot of money on the line and stuff, but you know, just gotta chill out a bit and enjoy it, really.
It looked like you were enjoying
Yeah,
the map
can't
too,
think about the money. You gotta think about those
Yeah,
matches.
we definitely enjoyed it. I mean, there's a few mistakes that we made and stuff, which we like talked about after, you know, after the game and stuff, to just try and sort out a few things. But yeah, I feel like overall we played pretty good.
Map 3, a great finish as well. You're sitting well up the leaderboard right now. I mean, what's the game plan from here? Stay cool?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, all the teams that tried to land on us and stuff, well, it didn't go very well, I don't think. So as long as we just keep doing that and just lock down that spot and stuff, I think we'll be quite good.
Fantastic, mate. I'll let you get back to the team.
Yeah, even if you don't get that win, getting those kills are very important.
Wars was all smiles after drop number 2, but will he be happy as we take a look at the leaderboard? Shift, you have the insight. What are we seeing here, buddy?
That is a very significant.
Oh yeah, Team Falcons first overall right now. Got ROC and then FaZe Clan.
10 on them after really only having 2 solid drops.
100 Thieves not looking good. Hopefully they can bring it back. I think that's the team I want to win right now. 100 Thieves.
Reminder, you gotta finish
At least finish in that top position.
Dream Crazy. Any surprises in our top 7 through our Group A/B?
100 Thieves, baby. I mean, especially the fact that they had technically zone pull, like control is their area.
I thought they were about to pull it out because they had a good position there on the map.
Just gotta be the biggest shocker for me.
And also for Leviathan to be as far down the standings as they are, despite those great plays in Factory against Twisted Minds, it comes to show you they're just not consistent, but they do have huge moments, and I really do. I hope they start to clean that stuff up going on.
Placements.
We do have another round of drops coming in. A new group is about to take the stage. Before we get to that, I hear we have some spicy takes. Let's take a look.
Thank you very much, Chris. We are very much in the arena with non-crushed keys so far. That will be changing very, very quickly, but also your opinions of us will be changing very quickly because we've got some hot takes to go through.
We've got some hot takes presented by Al Habib Medical Group. My first hot take is pretty simple. I think all of the teams are changing everything up. VODs, all of that research we've done about drop spots, all thrown out. People are changing things for group stages. I'm telling you, Chris.
All these research segments for absolutely nothing? That's what I'm hearing, at least anyway. But mine is a little harder than that one. I'm thinking Team Vision are going to go on and really make a run this tournament. I think they're a contender for the whole thing. Lennon dropping 64 kills in the qualifier. The next best in Europe was 48. The guy is on a tear. And to follow that up, I don't think our reigning champions are going to really be there. I don't think Falcons finish in the top 3.
Okay, yeah, the first
That's
part was
big
not very hot.
talk.
The second part, absolutely hot. The
They
Falcons
just
are gonna
won
be
that
there.
that third map
Big
though.
question is, where is
They are
FaZe?
looking good.
My second hot take, FaZe, they may not have a drop spot with their name on it right now, and I think that's a good thing. That's what I'm talking about in group stages. Those types of teams are going to make huge, huge waves in this competition.
I can't wait to see it. Let's see if you can break down the nonsense, Chris. We went a bit off track there. I do apologize.
Reflections. Which one of those two gentlemen failed med school?
Without a doubt, Chris Todd.
Oh,
Are you
jeez.
kidding me? First off, Vision, that's a great call, FIFA. Like, that's my boy. But then to say Falcons won't finish top 3 after a performance like that,
That's what I'm saying. They just won third map, and he's saying stuff like that.
Kool-Aid. He does not have faith in our NA squads, but Shift, you do. We're about to see some.
Got
from
something
Group
against
C. You
them.
excited?
Yeah, I've got more faith in Virtus Pro than Ton has in his mustache, I'll tell you that much. Wow.
Dream, final thoughts on this one.
Well, I was going to ask if you all can rock the mustache on finals day, you know, like maybe just get some matching, ton matching.
Give me 3 more weeks. I might be able to get there. For now, we got to go to a break. We come back. It's the second round of groups. Don't go anywhere. It's EWC.
Oh, a second round of groups? There's only three groups or something like that? Or the, I don't know what they mean by another round of groups. My thing is, we have recent followers. Got Honeybee as a recent follower, but it's showing up in YouTube followers. Could be the recent one. I don't know why it's showing not the recent. I'd be sick if they can actually show me like who's playing like these songs right now. What's going on, everybody that's joining the live? I appreciate you checking it out. Ricky. Think while we're waiting for this, check this out. Hey, if y'all aren't following me, hit that my socials right there. Pretty much camera on everything. Y'all can check that out. Follow me. Emo, what's going on? Hey, while we're waiting, I'm gonna be right back. Doesn't look like I'm getting a vape anytime soon. My dad knocked out of sleep after just texting me.
The party continues live in Saudi Arabia. Welcome back, everybody, to the Esports World Cup for Warzone here in 2025. It's looking like 2024. The Falcons out on top early, but it's still day one, and we're about to now turn over a whole new group. Dream Crazy, Group A versus Group C. How do they stack up?
I mean, okay, well, if we're looking at Group A, Group C, I'm looking at Virtus Pro first of all right? Virtus Pro contesting Vision Esports at Chemical. This team obviously is a huge team that we're looking at because Sage obviously was the player on that team that didn't get to play last year. He was coaching, so coming into here, I'm looking at that squad right away.
And of course, this will be 3 drops for A and C, and then C is going to stay on the stage to face off against all the teams you just saw from Group B, including 100 Thieves and Movie Star Koi. But let's break down this Group C a little bit. Reflections. I'm looking at the leaderboard and I see Virtus Pro.
Yeah.
Right behind them, though, is Team Visions. Are you going with the top NA squad or the top EU squad in this group? What do we like at the top?
Oh, it's so hard for me, man, because I'm a big fan of Sage. His story is incredible, and he's just
Yeah, Group C rosters. I don't know who any of these people are.
And let's not forget, Sage is literally a world champion, winning the World Series of Warzone Global Finals in London in 2023.
I think I know a few people in this this group, but I don't know a lot of them.
If I had to go with anybody, I gotta go with Vision because I'm always backing FIFA Kill Up.
All right, so let's dive a little bit deeper into this Vision squad because everyone knows FIFA Kill. They know Lennon. Ma, fight for 100,000. But what about Echo, the new face on this squad, are they a threat to some of the big dogs in the competition?
I think with Echo, it definitely elevates this team because the other two pieces of this puzzle really didn't have a good showing last year at EWC. This has got to be the squad that has to work, and so far, looking at them through qualifiers, it's provided. They were able to find 177 total points, put them first overall in EU. Yeah, they're looking real solid in terms of figuring out this map this year.
Can we talk about Lennon and how much he's grown as a player?
100%.
The Bradford Biffle, as his name has been called, you guys. So he's been absolutely eliminating his opponents. You'll catch him talking smack too. Like, we're talking shooting bodies. If he gets confident, I'd believe it. He's going to be taking out the lobby.
The other team, though, that we are expecting to go big on the scoreboard once again is Virtus Pro. And you're going to be familiar with these faces. Noobs, of course, playing for Fnatic last year. We talked about Sage. He was here coaching with the Falcons. He was not very happy to be coaching, to be honest. I caught up with him. He's like, you know, I love being an IGL. I kind of feel like I'm not able to do everything. Well, he now has one of the best guns in the game to tell what to do. That's Dongy, who had a last-minute team last year. This squad could go deep.
Shout out to Seymour with the Dongwick call-outs, all right? Dongy is sensational. I mean, he is incredible. You partner that with Noobs, who's had so much success in the past, and then you bring in Sage. This roster looks to be one of the strongest rosters as far as I'm concerned in our tournament. In fact, we had him in our power rankings as like our favorites. But for Sage, again, I just want to say, by the way, he's just such a good guy, and he has so many opportunities, and he loves each and every one of them. But Noobs, though, again, a guy with an incredible past, and he wants to make his future even better than the last. Noobs is simply that guy.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great support player. I mean, he'll hold things down. And, you know, I wanted to add a quick extra note about Dongy because in this tournament, you guys, endurance is key. Dongy, even watching scrims on him, he was like, I think 20 kills above Shifty. He's going to be the one that will outlast everyone.
And Shift, if you watched Dongy last year, I wasn't even sure he was 18. I was like, are you sure he's allowed to play on this stage? He's got facial hair now. He's feeling confident. He's rocking an orange jersey, not a pink jersey. Look out for Virtus Pro. But they're not the only ones. We have people like All Gamers in this group coming up, and we're going to see what one of the most OG players in this competition can do. You have Rated coming in, and he's been around since, what, 2012?
Yeah, he's been around every form of competitive Call of Duty as well. On top of that, it just comes down to, will this team be able to keep up with all the top heavy slayers that we're talking about? Your Dongies, you're now going up to Falcons and Twisted Minds as well, so throw in Smit and Biffle into the conversation. Someone on that team needs to establish themselves as being able to dominate, take over, and play those 2v3 moments that we've really highlighted for teams like Falcons. That's the one question mark about this team. Can they do it? Because there have been questionable moments in their past.
Great call outs there. We have a lot of great personalities here in Warzone, but three of my favorites are all representing with the OG esport crews. There you go, by the club name of Virtus Pro.
Hello, my name is Miles Ross. I'm here with Virtus Pro. I've got some
Miles.
Noobs. I'm going to ask them some lovely questions. Last year,
The boy Miles.
as a team together. How did this happen? How did this couch come to be?
You know, just a little bit of conversations here and there, and you know, seeing the results of how tournaments went was kind of just a deciding factor for us. I feel like we all had it on ourselves to be like, oh, if we had a good year, then, you know, but I think we all like came together towards the end and we were just like, we got to be the team to beat this year. So we kind of just formed it, and since then it's been really good.
Well, there's a big whisper going around. There's a little whisper, but there's also a big whisper. You guys, you know, are here to threaten the dynasty. You know, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I'm ready to raise the crown this year, honestly. I'm so ready. I've been waiting for it for a whole year, honestly. And being here last year and not being able to compete in coaching hurt. But, I mean, it gives me a lot to work for, and it gives me a lot to look at. And I'm just looking at that trophy and waiting to put it in for that confetti, honestly.
I competed here last year with a different team. We didn't do too well. My first LAN, I didn't do too well. Last year, I got second at World Series, and I hate that feeling. I want nothing but to win. I want to win everything. I don't really care. That's all I'm here for. I just don't want to do anything else.
We came second last year at EWC, and I mean, that was definitely a dagger, especially being like 10 points away from the victory. But this year, I'm definitely looking to win the whole thing.
Sage, former teammates. It's an interesting and ongoing conversation about wanting to prove something, you know, how you feel about it. Is there anything you would like to say for yourself? I mean, what does it mean to you to play against them?
Getting my hands on them this year definitely feels a lot better. I feel like I could definitely get in there and just make sure they don't ever come back and breathe again.
Boys, feeling pressure coming to this tournament? Obviously, you've got the you got the love, you got the fight. It's all there.
Yeah, all right.
In the back of your mind, how do you as competitors get rid of that pressure, or try to turn it into something different?
Obviously, there's build up to events, you get excited, you get a lot of different emotions, but as soon as you sit down, get your hands on the controller, and you play on that stage, it's a different type of mental. You lock in, so that's really all it comes down to, is just locking in at that stage on the day.
It's just like a switch for me. Like, right as I put those earbuds in, the headphone over, like, it's just game time for me.
I've been Miles Ross, this has been Virtus Pro. See you in the next one.
That is Virtus Pro, and while Sage answered most of the questions, I want to know who is dropping the biggest numbers through their first 3 drops.
Doggy.
Doggy, the man plays at a different speed. We're excited to see him, but there's another squad we want to give a shout out to, and my man Gataga has his club Gentlemates in action. They fell short in the CDL. They're looking to bounce back strong here in Warzone.
Well, you didn't really set a high bar there, Chris. But no, the thing is, this is a 3 Frenchman squad, and I think the only question here is how well are they going to vibe? How well are they going to chem? Did not have the greatest performance in EU quals, but there is a lot of ceiling behind it. I think particularly, I'm looking at Enkyo out of the 3. He's shown that in other forms of Warzone, he can definitely be a top slayer. It just comes down to, have they gotten their roles identified? And more importantly, what do they want to do on the map? Because you've got a handful of top tier squads that are looking to beat them up.
Absolutely. I mean, this squad for me too was a question mark because they were a team that was rotating POIs. Some were like, okay, are they going bio? Are they going here? Are they going control? But for the Gentlemates, I think Alan put it best. Enkyo, a lot of pressure on him, but he was up with Gabe, Rookie of the Year last year.
Yeah. I'm looking through Group C. We have the top EU squad in Team Visions. You've got the top Middle East team in EXO Esports, and you got number 2 NA squad in Virtus Pro. Falcons, of course, had the invite, so Virtus Pro officially number 2 on our leaderboard. Who finishes highest at the end of this one? Give me your top 3 for Group C.
Top 3 for just from Group C specifically?
Group C only.
Virtus Pro. Now I'm going to put Vision, Virtus Pro, and then I'm going to go Inner Circle. I really feel like Inner Circle is going to be
with
my
the
roster.
Apex squad.
Honest to God, dude. I feel like Inner Circle is going to be that roster. But what's interesting about all this, if you don't mind me going on a little tangent for a second, you have 1, 2, 3, 4 rosters from Group C who land in bio and chemical. So it's going to be highly contested. Now, FaZe did a really good job, right? But FaZe likes to land over in that area. So now they've got 4 teams who are going to be joining where FaZe is currently landing. So therefore, it could be a bloodbath over on the northeastern portion of the map.
All right, well, Tommy is coaching Inner Circle. Tommy used to play with TBE. That was Tommy, Ben, a.k.a. Almond, and Eddie, a.k.a. Noobs. So he knows where his buddies like to go. This is resurgence, though. It could get weird. Final predictions before we kick off Group AC.
Between A and C this time?
Yeah, I'll expand it to you. How's that sound?
You know what? Yeah,
let's make it harder.
That's hard. Yeah, that is definitely harder with Falcons in the mix. But I think Virtus Pro, they've been doing their homework. I think they're going to take the cake.
Yeah, they've been able to watch.
I think outside of Virtus Pro and outside of Vision, Group C is going to get flippin' farmed. I've got Group A running up the score against Group C in this one. I think you're going to see a lot of teams in A bump up.
Scummin, Nate Dogg, and Rated from All Gamers may have something to say about it, but they didn't in the qualifier. They're going to be my team to watch. Right. Novo Esports, though, is another team coming out that a lot of people have been chatting about. What are expectations for Novo if you're a fan at home?
Well, Vortex. Vortex is that guy. He's a leading slayer. He's a person on the battlefield that you cannot discredit or count out. I do still feel like A is most likely going to be the dominant group here, but for Nova with Vortex, I fully believe in him, and he could very well surprise everybody.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are
I'm
going
ready to get into gameplay.
To plug in their controllers. When we come back, it's going to be party time live at EWC. Don't go anywhere.
We got another group joining the Group A, Group C. I don't know.
Welcome back, one and all. While we're still getting the stage ready for this next one, we want to break down the action that you're about to witness. Now, these are drops 4, 5, and 6 on a 9-drop day, but it's our first look at Group C. So that's where I want to start the conversation. We already talked about some of the favorites in the group, but let's show some love to all the teams that qualified. Team XO is one we were talking about during the break. Why? Because the Saudi fans here in Riyadh are amazing, and we know that they get behind their homegrown talent.
Yeah.
XO is probably going to be the team to cheer for here in Group C, right?
I think so. I mean, Hamoud is a guy that I've been pumping up since last year, really 2 years ago, whenever he was introduced onto the World Series Warzone global stage in London. You were, Dream, one of the people hyping him up, but I became a big fan of him last year, not representing Falcons, but representing Falcons, I believe, at the World Series of Warzone. So he's got history, but a Saudi local, he always brings the energy, and he was a part of the roster that was the only roster really to challenge Team Falcons last year in Stronghold, which means he's not scared to go up against the top teams in the lobby. I love Hamoud as a player. He can drop big numbers, and I do feel like his success is overdue. It's a matter of what he can do with this new roster from XO Esports.
Yeah, and I mean, watching them in the meta qualifier, my biggest question was, because we always seen Hamoud with or Zizix or Jawad,
right.
who's on EVOS, right? So different teammates, and he was with, also Crims as well. So seeing him with Notorious and Penguin, I was like, how are they going to do? You know, it was a little bit up in the air, but they were playing really good, locking down Stronghold, the green side, and it was all credits to Penguin. I talked with Hamoud. He said, IGL, he slays it too, and he was leading them in late game.
Well, the thing about Hamoud is, like, this is his now third LAN event, like on the biggest stage, right? On the major stage. That is invaluable experience, and now bringing in 2 new guns, as far as I'm concerned, like, I think he's going to be the most valuable member on squad.
One extra note, they get extra practice too, that region. They have better practice now.
That's a good point. I think the other thing about it is, like, whenever we see someone who is kind of an up-and-comer, like Hamoud is, now he's the veteran on this team.
Yeah.
How does he take over that role of being kind of a mentor to guys who've never seen a stage like this before? It's a tall ask, and especially going into this opening set of groups, playing each other, it's going to be a battlefield for him.
Now, remember, no one thought VKA was going to win a game in our previous group, right? They were one of the lower-seeded teams that came in towards the end of the qualifiers. I feel like XO is in that same place. If you can stay alive, you could go deep. But here's a look at VKA. This is a team that we wanted to show some love to, because from Group B, they're going to be playing later on tonight. They already have a win. The question is, can they stack up some more frags?
You know, I got to give credits to Aizen, because he just switched from mouse and key to a controller, and we saw him sniping on that dockside by control. They really shocked us with controlling that side of the map.
Final predictions. We got VP, Team Vision, All Gamers, and Inner Circle as 4 of the squads that could make a challenge to Group A. Well, our players are ready. It's time to find out who's going to get it done.
Oh, finally back into the gameplay.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Goj. I've got the amazing Ton next to me, and really excited to see what Group C can bring us here, Ton.
We're really excited. It's going to be an interesting one. We changed things up from what we just seen before. Those first 3 games were insane, but we've got a few drop points to talk on here, and we're going to be jumping in very, very quickly. So let's quickly cover. Control Center was very heavily contested over those first 3 games. We are likely moving away from there over towards more the northern side of the map.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle for Chemical, a battle for Bio. You heard the desk. It's going to be a battle for all, but I think Control Center might be a little bit more quiet this time around. Folks, get ready for game number 4 of the day, but the first game for Group C, it looks like, holy cow, VP starting out with a bang. Was that a team wipe? I don't know what that was.
I mean, nobody dropping just yet, but everything.
That'd be unfortunate, team wipe off the start, but no, it's no team wipe. We got 1. We got 14 teams. Okay.
Up against Fnatic is typically a matchup that we'll be keeping an eye on as things do go on. Very big EU battle to kick things off.
Yeah, it's a really important battle over here in Bio and Chemical for multiple reasons. I think one of the main ones here, though, is that VP has been one of the most strong teams in Rebirth Island, and to have a team potentially contest them, it doesn't look like it was much of a contest. As we swing over to that Bio side, as Inksy and Zakar, they have been crushing it. Well, frankly, Ton, they crushed it in the first game, but they've been a little quiet in the next 2 here for Fnatic.
They were a little bit, but somebody else is actually getting involved here. Inner Circle starting to get in on the fight as well. Angsien trying to stay alive, the rest of his teammates still along, but Gromalog doing what he can only find the one, will fall. Big fight going on between these 3 teams here, and right now, I think if you're INC, you need to survive.
Yeah, this is a huge moment for Inner Circle to really prove themselves. Bray, 18 years old, They win out in APAC, just like the Des talked about. Now they're trying to win out in Bio. See Obs get back into the mix, of course, Resurgence, and unfortunately,
Wow, I was down.
Down quickly. Teeny goes in for the trade, picks up another. Inksian alone and, well, fully alone. That's a nice wipe there for our APAC team.
Yeah, no, it's a nice start for them, to be honest. With you in a circle, finding their way over, picking up the pieces, and bioweapons is entirely theirs. I was really curious, actually, if we were going to see Virtus Pro start to make their way over from Chemical. They decided not to. They're still doing that.
Yeah, it's a good shout. A battle here, as per the usual with Twisted Minds. This is a battle that will continue, folks. A couple battles, Control, namely, is going to be quiet, but this side, the factory, it's going to be active all day today and tomorrow, and it's going to be this fight right here. Twisted Minds wins out yet again. I believe the
Eden got some kills.
is now 2-2 in 4 maps, as Decky's team in deep trouble.
Yeah, I mean, they had a bit of a slow start to the day. Did Twisted
Got a lot of
Minds.
people down right now. Still no team wipes.
Warmed up and up and running over towards the factory side. Interested to see, of course, what the squad of AGAL are going to be doing here to kick things off. Not necessarily the hottest of drops or the hottest of starts for them, but things starting to get a little more mixy over towards the prison side. A lot of teams fighting over headquarters right now as well. A lot of movement down towards factory, as you mentioned, at least 3 teams down.
Yeah, EVOS, an opportunity to continue to make a name for themselves. Of course, if you watch a lot of Warzone, you've seen some of those names before, but on the main stage, they still have a lot to prove. As we swing back to the fight that has been going on for all 4 of these maps, I just mentioned it, and Twisted Minds still on top in this fight, still making sure that Lays can't slay out. Man, that player so dang good in the first 2, but unfortunately for Decky and his team, can't get anything going in the 4th.
Yeah, Falcon's starting to get interested over towards this factory side. They are the shots that's coming in over towards Noobs. They're full firing them down, keeping them down there over towards factory. A couple of the teams have kind of moved themselves away over towards the harbor side. Falcons on the hunt once more.
This is classic Falcons behavior. We saw what they were able to do in Game 3, one of the biggest games of the day, absolutely the biggest game of the day. And frankly, the Falcons really play 2v3 as you see Biffle and Shifty play together looking for trades. They're okay with dying and they're able to trade out 1. Gets the cleanup, will get cut down, but guess what? Hisoka is all alone.
Didn't do much there. Yeah, 2 people on here.
I mean, that's a good trade for Twisted Minds, right? Falcons get themselves 1, you get yourselves 2. Not a problem whatsoever, as teams now starting to make their move. Circle coming in towards the southwest side of the map. Bio and Chemical and Engineering. Somewhere we said was going to be busy, entirely cut off. So teams going to be fighting for a little bit of purchase over towards Industries.
Yeah, a quick shout on this map view, by the way. As you can tell, Team 9 in the salmon there. That's going to be Team Vision. We expected them to land straight on top of this VP squad, and I think they did. Got wiped almost immediately. Kill able to stay alive. Plays down towards Harbor now. We'll see if they can regain. As VP is on the hunt. Sage picking up 1 on Zakar.
Yeah, that's Fnatic falling, but they had a really good game.
Sage not.
They went under the radar a little bit.
Sage
but
dead.
the kills are being put up by them. Can they continue to do so? Here's Dongy. Our first look at one of the guys that a lot of people have got their eyes on throughout this tournament. A couple of kills coming down though, very much a 3-way fight. Which way is it going to go? Teeny will find his way through, and that is squad 4 wipe. Fnatic out early doors.
Yeah, Inner Circle came to play. Shout out to Taylor Reflections Noble on the desk. He was shouting him out. They're looking good. I don't know if it's the coaching from Tommy or just this team really is that good, but a perfect third party, even though they were on the back foot up in Bio. They've completely restabilized. And now VP.
There's a lot of people using that gun as well. That must be a good gun as well.
Just another note, actually, Fnatic have obviously had themselves, FaZe Clan have had themselves a very good start to the tournament. Right now, just trying to survive and hit a bit of a regain. Had a very, very slow start, so keep an eye on how things are going to go. But Dongy now starting to get eyes on our Australian team over towards the water side, but now for a little bit of a fight around prison. Not the best spot for them, they'll get out of dodge. But the fight does continue. Diaz and Co, Biffle and Co, I should say, sorry, over towards Control. And where did they win those games from? It was Control. They currently have entirely that building locked down.
Leviathan somehow still on this map after what looks like they've been wiped 3 times. Their anchor still alive on the boat outside of Factory, so we'll continue to keep our eyes out for that orange team. See Extra J go to the top, take a look around, and yes, there's a couple people down below them. This sandwich has been going on for a while as well. Neither team really able to get better footing than the others. High ground here in prison isn't always the best position. But our zone is tending towards, well, frankly, the majority of the zones we've seen thus far are likely headed towards Control, or maybe the land out in the open between Docks and Control.
I think the only thing is for Falcons here, everyone's kind of ignored them. A lot of action going down towards the southeast side of the map right now, and that is right where we are now. Prison is not necessarily the central area of it, but around Factory, plenty of teams in and around it. EVOS Esports over towards headquarters might get caught between a few.
Yeah, and Biffle continuing to just farm kills wherever you can find them. Usually playing right next to Shifty, and right now all alone.
looking for kills inside, seemingly having the upper hand. Look, I'll take Diaz Biffle in a 1v1 any day of the week, including today. Havoc's a great player, unfortunately, out of here.
Now starting to make them move a little bit here. Falcons starting to maybe spread their wings. Because right now, nobody's going anywhere near control center. They don't want anything to do with it. And after that previous game, I'm honestly not too shocked, Coach.
Yeah, and it does look like VP. I was going to say, it looks like they've got their anchor up in the water tower. So pretty much alone up there for a while. Decent high ground position. Should be able to fly over to prison. No problem and maintain a high ground position. VP beginning to spread a bit over top. So we take a look at Twisted Minds, who, again, really a slow start to the first two games. But the last two, including this one, really strong as they continue to farm this Leviathan team. They just cannot get stabilized, and even catching Thermite, Molotov, anything in between, they are in trouble as, guess what? Vision here looking to finally get a few kills on the board. They really had a bad start here.
Yeah, they've had a bad start. They've kind of been caught in between a few different teams. A lot of action going down towards the bottom factory side. They were kind of lingering more towards the hub, but now starting to get involved, but getting cut down. Echo with the first one to fall, but look at how Aiden is going. 6 kills to his name already. Twisted Minds having a much better time.
Well, let's take a quick listen in with this team.
Yeah, 20, nice. 20, absolute, Smith. I'm tapping. I'm coming now if you want to wait. Dead, you fucking dog shit, Lennon.
Oh no, he's out here talking.
Is that their anchor? We can push him out. Yeah, we have time. With you. He's trying to run all the way to gas. He's going to res gas. I'm looking. He's weak on the buy. He res, crack, climbing left, crack. Dead. Nice, I'm gonna get that full. They might try to come back in factory really fast. I'm gonna get the height. I think you're right. I'm gonna get the height and look. I'm gonna buy another UE. We need to try to third HQ in a sec too. Yeah, we can hold in advance.
This is the Twisted Minds we've been waiting for. Extremely clear comms, a few choice words for their opponents, and they are farming right now. Watch out for Twisted Minds in the in-game. They can push up into new. They are playing outside the zone right now, picking up a ton of kills as we head over to AG Global.
I mean, talk about two personalities who are going to go up against each other. You see Aiden clapping immediately over towards Lennon. And that's what we do love about BR, right? It's what we love about Warzone. Now teams starting to get themselves set up as we do go in towards the mid-game. Into circle 3, things starting to get interesting, things starting to get a little tighter. With your Smith now, you're just trying to survive, but to be honest with you, we've seen a good game so far out of Twisted Minds. They're closing that gap.
Yeah, they've got a big game on their hands right now. I think we saw Aiden on nearly double digits. But you're right, because we were playing on the outskirts of zone, battling in can be quite difficult if they're being held from prison. And it is King Madi up above. Raining terror, raining hellfire as Allman and Aiden just try to find the right angle. I don't think they've got any streaks to try to play this cover, but enough damage on King Madi. He actually backs up, and they're able to push up down below. A perfect push from Twisted Minds to get safe.
And they said they wanted to make their way over towards headquarters, so they've been forced into prison. It's not necessarily where they want to be, but they're safe, and that has to be the important thing. Circle about to close. Which way are we heading? Right towards the center.
Yeah, going straight in the middle.
Falcons, #1 team, currently sitting in number A spot.
A lot of folks said history was going to repeat itself at EWC here with Warzone, and history's repeating itself just from game 3 to game 4.
Maybe a lot of teams are going to die right now.
In control. We'll
or go down.
Do about it. Twisted Minds go all the way underneath and unfortunately get punished for it. Inner Circle is here. They got here very early, and because of that, they're getting paid.
Yeah, they've had a good game there as well. Can they keep it up over towards the latter stages? Kind of in the middle of no man's land right now, and they are being farmed. Cams will find orbs, and all of a sudden, everybody else starting to cast some eyes over towards that Australian squad.
We got one squad down.
Now fighting for the real estate in and around prison. Control center is going to be
Aiden's still up.
We're really going to see a fight between these teams at prison, whoever ends up being left there, and of course the Falcons.
Yeah, that's a really good shot. I'm pretty impressed with our team number 7 there in yellow. That's Jawad's team. Oh well, just maintaining position in headquarters since the very beginning of the game. We actually saw, I think it was Robstar on top of that tower. I think it's circle 1. So watch out for this team playing high ground. Likely gonna have to pull off of that position here in probably the next circle. Twisted Minds staying together underneath, but Robstar up in the tower.
The only problem is for me here is that they've been in around.
Yeah, he's got to get a view of pretty much everything right now.
As well, 4 for Robstar. Not a bad amount. Curious to see how the rest of
I think they're in a good position right now.
Echo and FIFA kill, turning it round. Team number 10, AJAL out.
Oh, it's going to go to that mid building right there.
Vision, who haven't necessarily had too great of a game, but that may well help them on their way to a decent score here.
Yeah, and that AG wipe is more of a story than just getting killed by that one team. It's because of this Team 7 winning out in headquarters. AG has been on the run. So unfortunately, because of that, they get punished and are full out of here. The zone, by the way, if you can tell, pulls directly to Control, and with no 100 Thieves in this lobby, or Movistar or Koi, it is all the Falcons all day.
That's Leviathan out of the game here as well. They kept it rolling, but I mean, everybody's starting to drop now as things getting chaotic here towards the Twisted Minds fight. Looking for the Australians, they've been wiped. No problem for Aiden and Core. He's sitting on 11.
Oh, we just push into the top 5, so the best multiplier you can get if you're not going to win the game. So here we go. Who's going to get to 1.6? Likely the Falcons, but let's see if maybe there's a third-party position where two teams can push at the same time.
Yo, this is a crazy ending, like circle here.
First sounds good. We'll come in from behind. Unfortunately, getting shot in the back. King Madi still playing spoiler. With
Almond down.
I mean, they've done so well to 3P this one. All of a sudden, Aiden Cole think they're in an unbelievable
Hopefully they can get their other teammate, but that might be hard to do. You only got 2 other teams pretty much going against. Might not even need. Yo, they're in a bad position right now. They're probably gonna go down. Unless they get that bottom, like bottom floor. GG's to them.
And Novo have got here pretty much unscathed, but it's all about the rotation that's going to start going. We can already see one player from the side of Falcons has made his way. Shifty in a little bit of trouble here up top. Can he find anything? But his squad Vortex is tagged up. The break is there, but we've already seen Falcons start to make the move. Shifty, he's just a linchpin.
Yo, Cam's is running by himself. Oh, Shifty got one though. That's 2 down. Oh, that's everyone. That was a good play. No way, Falcons win 4th match as well. All that talk from that one guy, now they just got back-to-back wins.
They won't put up ginormous numbers throughout the rest of that game. They'll get the 1.6 multiplier, but it doesn't tell you the whole story. They have so many teams scared of them. Control Centers was theirs. As soon as it started pulling towards it, we called it that this was their game from about 5 minutes ago. Yeah, they hold it down, they find what kills they can, and that'll be a decent score in game number 4.
I mean, that is textbook Falcons. I think one of the things we talk about with this team is that they're always fighting 2v3. They send out Shifty and Biffle. Shifty and Biffle not only go fight, but they also scout. Yeah. They get to Control early and they say, hey, there's nobody here. You guys want to win the game? They called the zone perfectly. He said, well, that was easy. Thank you very much. And because of that, they're going to be at the top of the leaderboard, or rather remain at the top of the leaderboard.
Incredible work from Falcons. I mean, realistically, who's going to control them? I'm not too sure. Control is all theirs. Can anyone contest with Falcons?
Somebody's got to do something. Falcons can't get on a hot start. They're already on 2-win streak right now. They're looking good. I want to know what's going on with 100 Thieves. Get paid tonight. I'm probably going to try to decide if I want to order anything for the stream or I just want to
dip into Herdes chunky salsa.
So I want to get a razor chair so I can get rid of this chair. Get the razor chair and also get my other monitors. Have the OBS, or not the OBS, have Streamlabs on one and then have the whole chat on another.
No assignment deadlines?
Oh, haven't decided yet.
Learn at your pace, online from anywhere. Join other students who together have saved over $1 billion in tuition costs. Start your free trial, no credit card required. With Sophia Learning, you're just 1 degree away. Sophia Learning.
I'll get rid of that. Got like 5 matches left. Almost the halfway. Yeah, it's such a beautiful place. That'd be one day we will visit it. Definitely want to go there and check it out.
Come to the wall, come to the wall. I'm holding your top mini. Last team. I'm holding your top mini. One just crossing me. One's playing you. I got P'd where I was. I'm going right. I got P'd where I was. I'm gonna stay here, okay? I'm dying with it. On my top. Cracked one, cracked two. Stay down, City, stay down. One shot on one. One to the buy, sit out to the buy. On the buy, almost cracked. On the buy, cracked. I can't, yo, Bike Kid's still alive. On my top knocked. Bike Kid's not looking at me. He's shot me. Bike Kid, absolute knocked. I'm holding the kid on you. Cracked on you. Good job. Nice. Good job. Hey, D. Come on, bro. Good job.
Yeah, that's about 50% of the games they dropped in that they're now walking away as winners. Falcons with superior positioning. And Alan, you called it out 2 minutes before the rotation actually went down, that the Falcons are simply cutting off everyone on rotation.
Yeah, I mean, look, there's
All
this
right,
thing
chat.
about
I'll be right back.
and be like, yo, why do you guys keep
I'm just gonna
Stronghold?
take